on the Rick and Bubba Show.
Hey, guys, it's good to be back in.
It is Lou Holtz. Lou, welcome back, buddy. How you doing?
That's right, Lou Holtz in the house here, guys. 265 Men Live and Speed back this week. It's going to be great.
Dr. Lou, good to see you again, and I know you're fired up about another week of college football.
Guys, it's great to be back again. I want to give a special thanks to Sports Illustrated writer Stuart Mandel again this week for supporting this segment by tweeting it out, latest with Lou. It's just nice to know that not all sports media giants are paranoid with promoting the Two Sexist Fat Men Live. I don't believe old Stu will be breaking any sparkly signs over his knees anytime soon.
Well, I guess you heard about our little problem we had down at
That's right. I'm going to talk about that in just a minute. That's just, I'm just furious. Let's just start this week off by giving credit where credit is due. First, I want to give credit to the University of Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Their blowout win over Michigan State improves their record to 3-0, also improving their national title campaign. Voters can't ignore their success too much longer. It's only a matter of time before they will overtake the number one spot. And from the research I've done in the NCAA handbook, victories that cause heart attacks for the opposing coach automatically give your team every first-place vote for the rest of the year. Which means the University of Alabama Crimson Tide better enjoy that number one ranking while it lasts, because your last second come from behind victories will only get you so far.
Last second come from behind.
And speaking of, the University of Alabama Crimson Tide.
Oh, here we go.
Their win against Duke was at best underwhelming. It should never take your offense more than one play to score if you claim to be number one. And it took them 3 plays to get in the end zone.
Right.
Just embarrassing. And to whoever those people are that are voting them number one, you are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real. With that said, Alabama did have one bright spot in their 62-13 win, and that is returning Heisman winner Mark Ingerson. Ingerson was clearly recovered from that shoulder surgery on his knee.
Right.
And had an impressive debut in his 2010 season.
Right.
Rushing for 150 yards and 2 touchdowns. Of course, if you use the Bama fan numeric system, the 3-time Heisman winner ran for 1,200 yards and 8 touchdowns against Duke.
Send your email to
directly
Dr.
to
Lou at
Dr. Lou.
ESPN.com.
Right.
This past week's biggest and most entertaining game was the Auburn versus Clemson game. In case your listeners missed it, I'll catch them up. The Tigers tied the game up with a few minutes left in regulation, but crazy enough, the Tigers got the ball back with a minute and a half remaining and decided to kneel the ball and take it in overtime. The Tigers then held to a field goal, but crazy enough, the Tigers missed the field goal at the end, giving the Tigers a 3-point victory in overtime. I had never seen fans any sicker than the Tiger fans were after losing to the Tigers, but the Tigers showed class to the Tigers in defeat. So there you go. I heard this week from several folks who said it was the hardest hitting game they've seen in years. And I wouldn't go that far because I watched the Notre Dame Fighting Irish game last week. Another team I wanted to credit today is my alma mater, the Kent State Golden Flashes.
Oh, wow.
They lost 24 to nothing against Penn State Saturday and showed why they're a powerhouse out of the Mid-American Conference. They came within 3 scores of beating the second-best coach in history. And that kind of performance speaks for itself.
Okay, well, thanks, Lou. I mean, nothing to add to that.
That's all you can say. Now I want to talk about the old Mississippi Rebels.
Uh-oh.
They look like a team on the rise to national prominence. Now I know that they're 1-2, but consider their losses to Jacksonville Jaguars and Nashville's very own the Tennessee Titans. Now, you've got to be an idiot if you think that the Rebels should be undefeated right now with that schedule. I will give you this, though. It's sad that the Rebels couldn't pull out a victory considering the Titans turned the ball over 7 times. I mean, if I didn't know better, I would think Vince Young was paid to give you that victory after accounting for 5 turnovers himself. But don't expect this road to get any easier with the San Fresno State 49ers coming into Oxford this weekend.
Wow.
You can go ahead and consider that another loss. Let's just say this. Houston's nut is about to be cracked.
Thank you, Dr. Lou.
Thank you, Dr. Lou.
Dr. Lou, Dr. Lou.
Well done. Well done.
That's Dr. Lou, Dr. Lou, Dr. Lou. That's exactly right. This brings me to a new segment I'm going to do weekly from here on out. It's a segment where I give an award to the greatest accomplishment of the week.
All
and
right.
I'm calling it Lou's Leprechaun. The Leprechaun is the greatest character in sports, and there's no icon that exudes more prestige and accomplishment than the Leprechaun.
Right.
I mean, what does everyone think of when they say leprechauns? They see pride, they see power, they see a bad-to-the-bone figure who don't take no crap off of nobody.
Oh, wow, yeah.
And have you ever seen a leprechaun without a pot of gold?
Never.
Never.
I haven't, unless you're counting in my dreams, in which I see dozens every night. That's why I love bedtime, because leprechauns are only a snooze away from accompanying me to Candyland. One time I had a dream where there were 58 leprechauns. I was singing the Notre Dame Fighting Irish fight song and carrying me off the field after a victory. One of them actually called me daddy and said I was the greatest leprechaun in all the leprechaun land. They even crowned me with a green top hat, and we played Duck Duck Goose throughout the night. Having said that,
I doubt he could keep it going, but I'm wrong.
having said that, this week's Lou's Leprechaun goes to the UAB Blazers
Oh, wow.
for defeating the Troy Trojans 34-33. The Blazers trailed by 23 early in the game, mounted the greatest comeback in school history, trailing by 6 with a minute to go. UAB drove 99 yards, completing the last-second TD pass on a 45-yard Hail Mary for their first victory of the season. UAB jumped all the way up to number 4 in my poll this week.
That's a big jump. Big jump.
Well, I mean,
There's Leprechaun, Rick.
I'm still there.
Speaking of that, let's see. Now, Rick and Bubba, there's a giant monkey in the room no one has been talking about.
What's that?
So I'd like to address ESPN's removal of Rick and Bubba's signs at college.
Oh, look, we didn't want to get into that, Lou. I don't want to get you in trouble with your employer.
Well, it turns out it had nothing to do with my comments on your show about Jesse Palmer's commentary. No, it turns out that Mark May was furious at the fact that you guys claim to be the two sexiest fat men alive.
Uh-oh.
And that he hadn't been invited to be on your show. So Mark May personally hired a leprechaun to do security. And that leprechaun was sneaking up under people's legs and grabbing them while they weren't looking. From the insider information that I received, those people didn't stand a chance of holding on to those signs.
Well, I'm sorry, Lou. I mean, if we've got you in trouble, I'm sorry. It's not our intention.
Yeah, we were just wanting to promote game day. We meant no harm.
That's right. That's all we want to do.
And speaking of game day, they're going to be at the huge top 25 matchup on the Smurf turf this weekend. Boise State faces the Oregon State Beavers. And I want to encourage the Boise State team, as everyone is in their ears telling them they can't make it to the championship game.
That's right.
So here we go.
Okay, is this your pep talk to them?
This is my pep talk.
All right,
Dr. Lou.
All right, all right.
Men, to tell you the truth, this is our toughest game of the season. Yes, we had a PR department plan a BCS campaign based solely around the Virginia Tech game because we thought that was going to be our only win of significance. Well, that failed miserably. So now we have to resort to plan B, which is try and sell our season based on a win versus the middle-of-the-pack Pac-10 team. But I hate to break it to you. This team has already lost the game, and it will likely lose a couple more. In which case, we'll move to Plan C, which involves selling our season based on a win over Fresno State. But I'm getting way ahead. We have to beat one crappy team at a time. Men, truth be told, I've just realized in the last minute that there's no national title chances for you. Everyone in the media is right. We don't play anyone that is worth anything on our schedule. I mean, honestly, think about it. Our next best opponent is Hawaii, whose mascot is the double rainbows all the way.
Right.
And yes, they are so bright and so vivid, but I just don't think we have a chance in Honolulu to get to the championship game.
So bright and so vivid.
But I will leave you with a word of encouragement before you hit the field. My favorite type of music is bluegrass.
All right.
And that's the kind of feel we have. If nothing else, that's pretty neat. I also love Blue Man Group. Their performances are extremely entertaining. Siskel and Ebert rave. A must-see. Absolutely riveting. I'd give it 4 thumbs up if I had 4 hands. Lastly, men, I ask that you not get disillusioned about possibly ending up in the national title game. At the end of the day, we have to stay focused on what got us here, which is upset wins of big-name teams who were disappointed with their bowl bids. Let's send these guys home black and blue and give them blue Christmas. Let's put them on their blue suede shoes and board a plane. Let's make them blue. Dop-a-dee, dop-a-da, dop-a-dee, dop-a-da, and dop-a-dee, dop-a-da.
Well said.
Boy, I tell you,
Dr. Lou.
That's why you're called the Pep Talk, baby.
Yeah.
It's 9 minutes to the top of the hour. The Rick and Bubba Show, wrapping up our time this week with Lou Holtz. Lou, we're kind of down to the picks now for the week.
How are we looking here?
Yeah,
I'll tell you what, that's a great drum beat right there. Lou may have to give you a drum solo one of these days.
oh my goodness.
We forgot that Lou loves to drum.
Lou
on the
can
side.
play. Lou plays little drums on the side. Just been playing since I was 2 years old. So been playing 76 years.
Let me tell you, if Lou Holtz in that outfit could do a
Yes.
drum solo, guys,
We may have that today.
that could be TV Ustream Gold.
Yep.
So Lou, here we go. Moving into our picks for the week, the big games, the games you've declared as the big games this weekend. If I can find my sheet.
You know, we've got. I put 6 games on here.
All right, give us your pick.
Let's
Lou.
go.
Let's
Let's
just
go
run
ahead
down
and
the
let's
line.
go and add one
Here,
to
have
the.
mine. Have mine. Here.
Let's go ahead and add one to the pot here, the pot of gold.
You're adding
And let's
one.
just put Notre Dame Fighting Irish versus the Stanford Cardinal on there.
Yeah, okay, well, of course you want that.
Actually, it's number 16 Stanford, and they're coming into Notre Dame. So if you guys want to pick that one first, we'll talk about that one.
Yeah, Stanford's is ranked what?
Stanford is ranked number 16.
What number?
16. You may need to turn up your headphones
hear
there,
it.
Rick.
Yeah,
I guess you just couldn't hear me.
How do you pick that one, Lou?
Well, since the Stanford's ranked 16, I think they're too much to handle for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish for the first 2 seconds, and then Notre Dame Fighting Irish will end up winning by about 712 points.
Okay.
715 to 2.
What's the next one?
Number 12, South Carolina at number 17, Auburn. This game is going to be crazy down on the plains. From what I'm hearing, the South Carolina Gamecocks just going to destroy them. So I'm going to go with the South Carolina Gamecocks because
Who you coached?
they got the greatest coach in history.
Okay, all right. So you got South Carolina, Bubba.
Rick, this could be trouble for Auburn. A good running attack, probably not Auburn's strong suit, but I think South Carolina, we may see this play out like last week, may jump to a big lead. Auburn will come roaring back. I think Auburn's going to win this in an upset, 30-27, maybe an overtime game.
Speedy.
Yeah, Auburn in a close one.
If I had any sense, I'd pick South Carolina. But as long as I have a son on the team, I can never pick.
You can't
against
pick
them.
against
That's it.
them.
Just that's what I'm
But
doing.
I do believe.
If I had any sense, I would never pick South Carolina or Notre Dame, but I do because I just love them.
I believe.
Lou.
I believe Auburn is in trouble, but I believe that their run defense has gotten a lot better. Their pass defense still got some issues, but South Carolina has a great running back. Be interesting to watch the Dyer kid go against Latimer, the two of the probably the best freshmen in the SEC. Right
Tell you
now,
what, that
playing against each other.
Lattimore kid looked pretty darn strong a couple weeks ago. I tell you, he may be the greatest back ever.
Yeah, I'm too close. I'm too close to the Auburn team to pick against them. I could never do it, so I won't. All right, what's next?
We got number 1 Alabama traveling to number 10 Arkansas, the Pig Sueys, and I'm about to pick Arkansas. That's just too good. Arkansas University. You remember if we flash back to week 1 when I made my preseason top 5 picks, they were number 5, and so I stand by that. I think.
But Alabama's had the mojo on Arkansas
really
for
have.
several years, and I'm going to say Alabama's going to win this 24-14.
I think Alabama wins it convincingly.
Yeah.
I think our Arkansas looks like they can hang early, and then the depth and the physicalness of that Alabama team just wears on.
Yeah, the Tide is going to roll into town, and I think it's going to blow them away.
Yeah. All right. Next.
I'll
Lou.
tell you what's going to blow them away is the fact that Arkansas is doing a red out this week. Alabama ain't going to. They're not going to be used to that. Seeing all that red in the stand.
Rick and Bubba.